Hi, I'm sorry for being late. Uh, are you able to see my screen? Let me put it here. Okay. Because of the live orientation, it was not streaming. Okay. Okay. So, I'll be painting this beautiful sunflower in the 12-inch mandala. This is a 12-inch MDF board, I think of half inch, or I think for more than 6 5 mm. It has a long thickness of the board, 5 to 6 mm thickness. So I have already completed the center part. The center part I have done using all the brown shades. So these are my sets of brown I have created, and with the darkest yellow to uh, light yellow, and this one is the lightest one with white mixed with yellow, or you can use buttermilk if you are using. So for this I have used all liquitex color. Brown I think I have used copper, and for yellow I have used copper. I have added black to make it darker, and little bit of white to make it lighter, and only two liquitex colors, so oxide yellow and copper I have mixed to with black and white to get all the shades of the sunflower. So this is a very interesting shape. I have already done 1 2 3 4 5 6 6. So more, I think 6 are left. So we will do it now. So I will show you a nice method to do this. So what I have done, I drew one of the petal, and I took a butter paper or any tracing paper you have. You trace that, put some light and trace that out, and with a scissor you can cut it. I cut it to get this shape. So what will I do? So it is very nice. So you will get the perfect shape everywhere. And I'm using this Levenin white charcoal pencil to draw out. If you don't have this, you can use any pencil, but very lightly you have to use charcoal. You have to test that with my any charcoal paper. If you wait it out, CFL, I'll wait it little bit. Any pencil you are using, even if charcoal pencil, you have to see it is erasing out or not. First test that, so that you tried one new charcoal pencil and you forgot, um, like after you draw everything you're painting and you are not able to erase out. So always test your color the way you test your palette. Always test your pencil also. Whatever you use, don't use directly. Try with a small piece, but once you try it in a bigger piece, and you will be really sad when you're not able, and you have to try more method, putting color on it and all. So always trying out in one paper will be helpful. So you can see I am getting the leaf petal. I have made live chat on. If you want to ask any question, you can ask me through the chat, or else I can, if I'm not, I have opened, I can answer that while I'm painting, or you can enjoy looking at, see the process how I am painting, and hope the screen is visible. Now I will be first drawing it out. So always, these are edges, so remember to be very careful so that your hand doesn't. So what I did, I first drew one was half of it. If I do one, I will go opposite to it. So first I did this, then I'll go opposite and start from the middle so that my hand doesn't come, or don't erase out, or it's not wasted, not hampered by my paint are not smudged out because of my hand, and I always do that. So can go over it again. Okay. Very gem. You can make it sharp also. I'm not done. For sharp pencils are recommended. For sharpening, so be gentle. I use a brush stroke, mango and sharp. There are electric, but I didn't get any good. If you have any idea on electric available, in electric sharpener available, you can let me know. Okay. Live streaming is very, like, it's not hard, but today I was late because there was some problem with the orientation of the live. So last time what I did, last video, live video, I did it in a vertical way. So I was not able to change the way the live how you want it. The live is how you do the live, like when you, while you set up the live setting or scheduling the live, the orientation you have chosen will come in that. You cannot change that. I learned it last live only. So every new thing what you try is really a new lesson to you, and you keep on improving. So that's the beauty of learning. So these are very helpful. So there are stencils available in Amazon also, but it really saves a lot of time, and also you can adjust your petals as per your size. So you draw one, then cut it out and use the same for, so your brush strokes will be even and symmetrical, and the design will look even and symmetrical, like you have used some tool. So very easy method. It takes time, but once you practice this, it will be like, once you do practice and use it, you will not feel that much easy. Today I didn't feel bad, like I was not that much scared while doing the live, because this is my second live session and I knew a little bit of last live. So this was not at all uh, like scary. So I came just, like the last live session I joined the live 15 minutes. So today I just joined at the time, but then I got faced some issues on my oration. So be careful with this. You have already painted, so even if my hand goes by mistake, it will not damage. So whenever you are doing, so if you have painted one this, so you can go for the opposite direction so that you can avoid smashing your hand with your colors or designs. So I used to do that, and also that's a very good way, like you do not overload your paint with colors. So you always work. So what I will do now, so I have already painted this, so I will paint the middle, so that this is, I have hand here, I have hand here to move, so it will be easy. So now I have done all the petals. So how many petals we are doing? One brush stroke, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So for preference, you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So you can just do a marking of this. Okay, so I'm using this thoughtful dot number 1 brushes. Make sure your brushes are when it's not covered with paint. If it is covered with paint, wash it with like what I do, how I use it before painting. I check all my brushes if I'm able to bend my brush or not, so that your brush stroke will come out smooth. And just wet your brush, remove the excess water from the damp cloth, from using a damp cloth. Then I'll do this one. I'm doing this with the dark brown. So what happens is, you can see the color, it's a brown copper mixed with a little bit of decor black. So while mixing black, you mix dropper. So here I have this portion to keep my hand. So always in the brush stroke, your hand should rest properly. So what I'm doing, I'm loading a lot of paint, then I'm pressing it gently, dragging it using my wrist. Then when I'm at the curve position, curving it, and then I'm lifting using my wrist going. We get that? Okay. I love to wash it. I do one. I don't rush with my design. It's better to do one than again, like because of my hand movement, I have to use not do lot of work. So now I am using the more lighter brown color. So deco art for me is not available, so I am trying this fully using Liquitex. So what I did is, I use Liquitex are very thick color. So what I did was, I used a medium, acrylic medium, to thin it out. So you need a lot of medium and a little bit of paint. So when you are making, first you mix your paint, get the color, or else I will tell, first pour the medium, first add the main color. So I did first, like I mixed the color, then add medium. So because of that, what happened was, there was lot of color and I need lot of medium too, and my paint pot got full. So you have to try the method that you are comfortable with. So dot mandala is all about how you are comfortable. Okay. So I am here alone. It's okay. I love painting. And I schedule this on Tuesday because I don't have my daughter and my husband there. So I don't have calls and my daughter's reading or watching TV. So this is the only peak time I get some, there is no noise. But since my house is at the roadside, you can get a lot of noise of vehicles. And I have a small kid staying next door. So I think he came from school. We'll get all those noises. Okay. So I'm now starting with my yellow, dark yellow, and I will be going from all the shades of yellow in this. So I'm using the same one brush. So if you don't have this, you take a liner brushes. If you are using a thick brush, rigger brush, add less paint. If you are using a thin one, add more paint. So it is a medium one. One is medium, not that much thick or thin. So whatever is good for you, how comfortable you are. If you don't want directly on your board to do, you practice this leaf on your rough paper or sketchbook before trying it on the board. Okay. So these are little bit difficult brush strokes. So add a lot of print. Press your brush down, then drag it using your wrist and finger. Then lift using your finger. Okay. So I love liquid because they are not that much liquidy, and you can also change the structure of the deco art. Deco art, I find the yellow is more liquidy in deco art. So what you can use Liquidex gel medium to make it little bit thick. So what happens is you get that structure of that line when you press it. So the 3D structure kind of, and you can see the lines when you press. You get those lines, and I feel that when you paint this thick, I used to get that. So you can make your paint a little bit thick using the gel medium. So I'm using the brown for my last. So I'm imagining sunflower. Trying. So whenever you are drawing, so imagine something. So what happens is you get more creative when you imagine something. When you put your heart in it. I want to do when you put that sunflower in front of you and you paint. So it's really bring the creativity. I feel it brings creativity in me. So I did this. Now I think this one has been tried. I can try this. We'll do another more. Okay. I got this nice paint pot from Amazon. Very nice. It's available. It's a little bit. I think it's costly. It's a little bit costly. I got 10 in 800. So I think one pen strip cost 80 rupees. So it's okay. It takes time to deliver also. But these are very good. These are 10 ml. And one thing I find good is so the liquid is not sticking to the jar. The other I find the liquid sticking, but I don't know, is it the Liquitex I'm using because of which it is happening? I will try one with the deco art also. So I'll do this second petal here. I always forget which color to use. So it's better to number and put salute on it. Or you can, what I do is I record it. So which color I have used. So it helps. Because these monochromatic colors are so much nearer. Now can you see my second one? didn't came that proper. So when you see your brush strokes are not coming proper, you need to wash your brush. The line came in the side of it, side of the petal. It's okay because it's a flower, so it's okay. And don't worry over your mistake. Don't stop because you got one mistake. So really with practice, this art really evolved and you get a lot of ideas. So art is something, you have so many ideas. The color combinations are infinite. The same design if you'll do in another way, it will look totally different. You can check out my big 24-inch. I did it in blue and pink, yellow, orange. So it look really different, and the way I'm doing it in brown and yellow, it is really looking different. That mandala and this mandala for me, anytime I paint, uh, the same design, even if in the like I find even if I try to do my paint also, one if customer asks or client asks to do, I need this design, it never comes out the exact same. I don't know, it is with me or everyone. Like mandala, no mandala for me is coming out the same. It's I think a little bit different, little bit in the colors. I don't get the perfect color what I mixed today. Even if I have the writing consistency of what I mixed, but it happens. I think it happens with everyone, not only me. And that's the beauty of mandala, creativity. So what happened is doing one, you increase, you get your mind get comfortable with doing the brush stroke, dipping the brush in your paint, doing the brush stroke, wiping it out on the damp cloth, extra pen, then washing over. So I would do this as a practice. When I did this as a practice, it became a habit. I didn't worry that my mandala is not getting finished if I do like this, or it is taking time. But I saw that my mistakes are less. I'm doing less mistake compared to the way I do one at a time and then going for another. So you can do if your designs are small and can go at it one at a time also. However you feel, but I feel like this is very comfortable because when I go one at a time, I forget to wash my paintbrush. With laziness and everything, I forget to wash my brush. So what happened using this method? I have to. This is to wash my brush before doing that as well. So it really helps me to put on that activity. And it helps to remember, like it helps my memory muscles to remember those colors what I'm using. But it happens you do one round and another round you will I used to forget what I have used. Okay. So we are done with, so these are very wet, so I'll not go with this petal. So I have done and go with this one. If I do this one, then I can go here. We'll do this three afterwards. Okay, I'll do this one and this three I will go afterwards. So if you want to see, I'm just dipping my brush fully, loading it, and it is thick because of which my paint is not dripping. So I will just press it fully, drag it down, curve it, and then okay. This one got a little bit of small, so I'm doing the second brown a little bit. I want to do it a little bit, but let's see. So while doing the brush stroke, going very near without smudging is the real mastery. It's a real beauty. Even I struggle, so I go very gentle, and even I can see my spaces are not that I need to improve more. So once you practice, like this has happened by not stopping and practicing has led me into my brush stroke, going into a mastery section. Always you have to feel good about yourself. You are the own cheerleader. Don't wait for someone else to appreciate your creativity. You should appreciate your painting first. So, wow, you feel really good when you do. I feel really good when I do one brush stroke nice. So these are really very difficult brush stroke. And I'm thankful to Love and Dot. She is my teacher, my coach, my mentor for helping me excel in my brushstroke design, my mandala design. So it's not that I used to see her painting, but I never do exact of her. I will do some change because the colors that I get in India are not that available in Canada, and we don't get decor. So I use the Indian colors that are Liquitex are available. Even I tried the yellow one I that put at in my Ganpati community Ganpati. I did a 24-inch fully yellow. I use Uhu colors in that one yellow bottle. I love that lemon yellow because it had the tint of yellow more and a little bit of orange. So I use that. So you can try Indian pen, any acrylic medium. You can see how to increase the sign of that. So I go very slow. You see. So what on this brush, first wipe it with a damp cloth, then put it in water so that your water doesn't change color, or even if you put the acrylic paint on water, don't get brush out, like washed out quickly. So what you do, put it in so that your brush will be not overload with paint. Even if in water, if you do wash it, the paint stays. So it's better you wash first, remove the paint using a damp cloth, and so load it. I'm going very slow, very slow. That good. Okay, this got a little bit different. I have a lot of things I have to adjust. You can increase your brush size, or I will take more paint. I have this holes. Rip it out. So always try to mix and match color, like one, two colors, and add different colors. Add gray to mute the muted palette. Some The colors uh, really change. So if you don't have gray, what I do, I put a drop, not even a drop, I take out a drop and just with my tool I take little bit black and add it. So it really give a nice, very fluid kind of structure. I really love that color. Even this one black, this one has black. This yellow I haven't used anything. I want that bright, but this all have blacks, or you can say gray. Just be careful with this. Trying to close out on the cap. I see people doing the same paper like it's not, but for me it is different. Get the same brush stroke, but I love it. I love evolving, learning. I will see if I'll go with highlight or not. Okay, I can do this one. This is also not red. I'll try. I will show you how I do, even if it is wet. So if you see your painter when you are in a hurry to do it, also, so the best thing is you don't have it. If it is the brushes will not, so you don't have that. So what you do, what I do is I will show you. I put my paint pot here, put the, and it will be easy to do your brush strokes. I find it easy. You can make to extend the another sheet of board you can keep here to extend, so that you place your hand properly for the brush strokes. Okay, we have three more to go. So by this you can know how much time recording, I know how much time it really takes. Before, when I started dot mandala, uh, I I I used to do this 12-inch for 3 to 5 days. Now also it takes 3 to 5 days, but in between I used to sit and do for everything for 3 to 5, only one. But here I do one stroke. I take the same 3 to 5 days, but I do in between. Now I have learned how to do, like, while my paint is drying, I used to create some palette. Drying time I used to. I'm now utilizing to do. I'm now utilizing to do my. I think there was some disturbance with my life. There is power cut. You might. Oh. So the whole brush stroke I'm doing with only one brush, thoughtful dot. This is my last. Now the import charges are high. I need to ask one of my friend to get me this brush. Okay. Now we'll do the second color. Different. And I am placing my hand on the. Always remember to close the lid. And I will place it and move and left. So you have to understand your brushes. But this brush, I used to try with Indian brush, but I'm not, because I have been doing for 1 year with this brush. I try, like, for recording I want to use, but it doesn't come that way. You can see how flexible it is. Even I use this toothbrush, this US Art Supply and Thoughtful. You know how flexible when you're buying, you need to see how flexible those brushes are, so that it helps you in the moment. The way you're moving, you just think like it's a pencil, you're moving. You will not have to put more pressure. I'm going with the yellow. So be comfortable with this. I'm getting that curve. To close that curve also. I got very thin, so compared to this, edges are all thin. So I get more to. So you have to adjust your pratham thicker brush too. And I have to leave a lot of gap. So not take out. I take out the brush here. The thing so that I just made the gap of the curve. Yes. So I'm not placing my wrist, but my hand is rested with the phone because I'm going a little bit inside. So anything, so either place your wrist or your hand. Your hand should be steady enough. Now I have three more. Okay, let's see. Just a lot of that. It's okay. I move very fast. You can see. So when you move fast in your brush stroke, I do a lot of mistake. If you can avoid mistake going fast, you can do the last one with the brown. So here I will add a very less amount of paint. So we are done with this. So these two are still wet. Let me try. So this I did first, then this one. So let's start this first. I don't want to ruin the painting with my hand. Okay. So this, oh no, this is not, this is dry, this is dry. So do not touch. So what I do, this middle, I used to keep this for one day. Even if one day also, I used to, my hand always goes, it is dried or no. Once you touch it, no, your handprint will come. So keep that fully for 24 hours overnight. I used to do that. Then again, I have to load, and it comes lot of rework. So it's better to be slow, gentle, give proper drying time. So this one. So I'm putting my wrist on the pin pot and I'm doing it. Placing it pushing it down, dragging it with the line, then lifting my wrist to go for that pointy end. I take out the excess paint on my paint pot. Then, using my damp cloth, I take out the paint from the brush. Then wash it on water. So if you practice this, your brush will not be wasted, or you will see if sometimes what happen if you don't wash it properly or the time after painting, the paint stays, and you will see, I will show you one of my paint. You see, this is very hard because the green paint has stayed and it is not moving. You see, I have to add a lot of force to move it. You can see. So don't do that. For this has already got hot. So what I'll do, I'll put that in hot water, warm water. Then I'll take a soap in hand, wash it, and bring it. So these are all the, you can do everything on cleaning your brush or workstation when your painting is getting dried. I do that now. So once you start painting, you will know accordingly what you can do when your painting is dried, or you can take rest, listen to music, watch TV. I don't know why this color only I'm getting. It is little bit thick. Not getting that color is not flowing much, so I have to add a little bit of. But I love the process, and you see, my paint just dust. So don't worry. I'm not going to remove it. I love the imperfection in my art. It's art. It's not digital or taken out from any printer. So you have to value that. Wow. So this keeping the hand on the paint pot really is helping me out. I made a sunflower with this. So before trying in the blue, when I created the palette, I tested how is my color, how is my movement of the brush using a small coaster, small thing. And I will do one butterfly also. I love the butterflies are getting sold out. Lord, whenever I am taking, people are asking for it, and I have to give. My daughter used to say, "Have you kept something for me?" So now what I say, I do it. I'll ask her, "Do you want to keep it, or I will send it to someone who is want." So now she used to select, keep from all my design for herself, and then add. Or now what I'm doing the same design 4 times. So it really helps. Look, in doing the same design for a quite long time, it helps to improve your brush stroke, your design. It gets by-hearted, kind of. Yeah. Oh, it is little bit of clean. It got. Oh, my brush dangles in between and it got. It's okay. I not touch. You can know, like if you see like this one, I have to mix some medium in my light yellow. It is very thin. Or I will change this. Last one. Not last one, I have another one. So the last one, I'm using the same brush. If you are not comfortable with the same brush, you can use 2/0 thoughtful brush or a smaller one. I'm loading less amount of paint and I'm just giving that gap. Okay, now the last one. Let's complete this. Okay, and one more thing, don't move this board very. What I do, I used to rotate it very fast. What happens is, if your fluids are very liquidy, it will smudge automatically in that rotation. So very gently rotate. There is a, what to say, this slider they used to say. Um, Something they put, but I don't find it because it used to rotate and I'm not finding that balance, so I don't use that. I have one small one for my rocks. Wait, I'll show you. This is a small one that I have from Happy Dotting Company to do, but I use it only for rocks where there is no like thing to hold on a flat surface. So let's try the last one. So I'm using thoughtful dot 1 and I'm loading my brush. You can see I'm loading my brush and my paint is not falling out. If you see, I have used a gel medium. So this is Liquitex. So Liquitex are thick, so I have used pouring medium to thin it out or acrylic medium to thin it out. So I'm taking a lot of paint. I'm resting my wrist on the paint pot. Then I'm just placing it, dabbing it down, then moving along the curve, lifting to get that pointy way. This is the darkest brown, then I go to the lighter brown. So you can choose your browns accordingly. So I was mixing a lot of paint, so I was trying, so all my browns got lot, so I have to use that in some way or the other. So when you have a darker color, you can take a little bit of it, mix it white and create one more color. So this helps you to know the color palette also, like what color you get uh, using mixing this color. If I add yellow, this might turn little bit of orangey. What happens when you add red? So you can see how the color change, so you not like worry like I don't have this color. So this practice while you are doing will help you in your future, and yeah, I can recreate this color. So this oxide yellow, this is oxide yellow of Liquitex. uh, what you can do, you can take any cadmium yellow and you'll add a little bit of brown to it, you will get this mustard yellow or oxide yellow. So the color mixing really helps and is the key of every mandala. The color palette. How like I studied the color palette a lot. I used to study like what is analogous, what is complementary, what is all the things. Like even if I know that color wheel, but I used to read like how like I am now going through designer, like how they are decorating room interior designer to understand more about color, because this is the color. The designs are the same, only how the colors are blending, what color goes with the other really help to make the eye-catching look of the mandala. There is so much in this field to learn, even if I feel like the knowledge is vast. It doesn't make you like bored. I never bored painting any mandala. For the last 1 year, I have been painting. I'm really thankful to Heart of Art for giving me the opportunity to exhibit. Like it was so, um, like when I saw my painting getting sold and a lot of people, student, teacher, artist coming along and appreciating it, it is really a very beautiful journey. And this year, I think December 4, 5, 6, I will be again exhibiting. I have done with only 4 pieces. I need more bigger pieces to do, but it's with me that I need to have that mind set up. I need to have that calling for that me to paint that mandala. I don't know why it happens. I don't paint like if it my mind is not there, like mind is not there to paint, then I'll not paint. Okay, we are just 4 minutes, I think. I completed 6 brush strokes in 1 hour. Wow. It's a very slow. For me, it is very slow, but it is okay. I love to go slow. I love to talk while painting. I listen to music while painting, but I listen to a lot of podcast while painting. I love that nowadays. Listening to podcast. And my daughter loves listening to horror stories. They say me one horror story. Good night bedtime stories are also beautiful, but she has heard all of it. Now she's doing some. Okay, the last one. So I'm done. So I have to wait for my this brush stroke to dry out. Then I will go for the one design. So here I have done. I will go for this design one. I'll put dots, 2 row of dot. Then I think I'm placing this is getting alone. So I'll place one rhinestone here and brush strokes around it to complete. You can check out. Uh, I'll be putting my shot or of the whole in my Instagram or YouTube shorts. You can see. Thank you all who joined today. I love to chat, but I didn't get any chat. I think it's okay. Thank you all who joined and who is watching the replay. I have a community like Mandala community. There are people, 15 people around there. I will they will be able to watch this replay. Uh, and if you want to, uh, I know you are a part of because of which you got the link. So you can share it with your friends who would love to see me painting and want to be a part of our art community to learn and grow at the same time. Thank you very much. Bye.